You're watching DDS TV. That was a super aggressive lane takeover by the gray car that could have been a lot worse. I'm surprised that both cars managed to fit in one lane and not drag other cars along the way.
What are you doing? Jesus. Why are you cutting me off, man?
I love how these insecure drivers get mad at the camera when in reality they're the ones being the idiot. The cabber admits he was wrong here. He was driving too fast on an icy road and lost control and wound up in a ditch. If I had to guess, they were probably playing on their phone and saw the mail truck go and just went because they weren't paying attention. The driver that caused this must have felt like there wasn't enough traffic, so he decided that he would make some himself. Absolutely not a single soul in sight using the right lane, so the guy must have thought to himself, I'll just use the left lane if that's the case. Clearly, there were very strong winds, but still, that sedan driver was so careless and had zero recourse for causing a giant dent in the camera's vehicle.
From the players and organization, and obviously speaking of the Patriots, to DeMar Hamlin in that entire situation.
Yeah, so Mac, they're trying to show.
The camera admits he's at fault here as he was speeding in these abysmal conditions. His saying is, better arrive late than dead, and this was a lesson learned for him.
What the?
The driver ran a red light and hits the camera's rear end. He ended up just driving off and not stopping, earning himself hit and run charges. Some people have the same time judgment as a rock. We can consider ourselves lucky that the other guy in the next lane was a student driver, so at least we know that the instructor is making sure he's not distracted.
So she's struggling. They're so pro. So she said, at least this guy goes everywhere with her and go to a lot of nice restaurants. Happy.
You love to see it. The Volkswagen driver was trying to cheat traffic by using the shoulder and got his vehicle stuck in the ditch instead. He tried to shed a few minutes, but now has to wait hours. How does that even happen? 6 lanes of traffic coming at ya, and the driver just keeps driving. Absolutely crazy if you ask me. The camera ended up chasing him down and letting him know that he hit someone. Fortunately, he was cool about it and returned to the scene. The camera also showed the video to the officer and emailed it to them as well. This is why every state has a driving law that requires making right-hand turns into the rightmost lane while staying as close as practical to the right-hand curb. And that was so elegant, like figure skating at the Olympics, traveled all the way from the 1980s to wipe out here. I'm honestly amazed at how he avoided hitting anything. Clearly that driver couldn't have waited a few more seconds. That was almost a slam dunk court case. I'm glad that the camera was okay.
He did sign in on your computer.
That pull came out of nowhere, officer. Perfect timing for the officer to be there. There aren't things that the camera did wrong per se, but he could slow down after seeing the incoming intersection sign, and he could have moved to the left lane that appears to be clear to let people on the road.
Said, "Really?" Morse shouted at his comrade. "Doc, you good?" Reach asked when he noticed the hologram-skinned drone looking toward the hatch.
Civic lost traction in the rain and wiped out 2 vehicles. This is a great example to have sufficient tire tread and to drive with extra caution when it's raining. The driver was an older guy in his 70s or 80s and says that he panicked and hit the gas. About 15 seconds prior to this, his car was fully parked, and that's when the camera started moving. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing because it really helps me. If you'd like me to feature one of your clips, please email it to originalddstv2@gmail.com. Additionally, if you use promo code DDSTV on usa-cams.com, you get 10% off and free shipping.